Okay, hi everyone. Today we will be talking about how to draw in the eastbound on-ramp. So as you can see here, we have the Route 88, we have the Laguna Canyon, we have the eastbound off. So for eastbound on, first we're gonna place a line that has an easting of 14,171.0266 and then a northing of 8,081.1087. So we're gonna go to the line command, and then when you're entering a point that has an easting and northing, make sure that you put x, y equal, and then you start with your easting and then northing. Okay, so I'm gonna enter the values that were given to us in the book. And then hit enter. As you can see, this point is between stations 84 and 85. So this point is connected to the ETW. The ETW line is the green line in here, and then I'm going to connect it to the other ETW. So I'm going to create a perpendicular line just to make sure I have both ends of the lines. Okay. So now that we have the line, we're going to copy parallel this line 300 and 467.11 to the west. So we're going to go to the copy parallel command in here. It's move parallel, but you can make a copy. And then the first one will be 300. And then gonna do it again. 476.11. And we're gonna copy parallel this one in here. So as you can see, now I have the 300 and I have the 467.11. Now for the ETW, I'm gonna copy parallel this line 6 and 11 feet. So we're gonna do copy parallel. The first one will be 6 feet and this will be the ETW. And then we're gonna have 11 feet. Click on it, and then we're gonna do the 11 feet. Now that I have the 6 and 11 feet, I'm gonna extend the lines that I copied before to be perpendicular, both of them, to the 460, to the 11 feet offset of the ETW. Okay. So now that we have all of our lines, we can start creating our eastbound on-ramp. So first, as you can see in the book, you have three lines, and then two curves. So we're going to start with the first segment, the first line segment. So we're going to create a line that will connect between the ETW and the first line you created, this point over here. And then we'll go and connect to the 300 offset with a 6 feet offset of the ETW over here. So that would be the first line. For the second line, that will be a little bit different because here we're going to create the arc. So first we're going to create a circle. The circle's center will be the intersection point between the 467.11 offset of the small line and then the 11 feet offset of the ETW. So we're gonna click on intersection, and then I'll make sure you select radius, and your radius should be 3 feet. And you're gonna click the intersection here. And that is your circle. Now that you have your circle, you're gonna create a line with an angle. In order to create that, to make it easier for you to create a line with an angle, you're gonna type in rotate view element, and then you're going to select the 467.11 offset and then click enter. And as you can see, all of the view rotated. Okay. So now we're going to create a line that goes from the intersection point with a 180-degree angle. And then that line, we're gonna rotate it. So as you can see here, we have rotate. Or one thing you can do is create a line with an angle. This is what is mentioned in your book, and the angle would be 4, 20, 14. Then you're gonna create a line over here. Once you create the line over here, and as you can see, it's on the opposite direction. It should be over here. You can use the mirror command over here, and then you're gonna make a copy just to make sure that you still have the original. Once you have the line that you wanna create, you can delete the original line. So you're gonna click the line. You're gonna select the element that you want to mirror, and then the line that you're selecting is gonna be your ETW because it should be around this line. And that is the line that you need to create in this step. Okay, so once you created your line, just go to Tools, all the way to View, View Control, View Rotation, and then Rotate View. Once you click Rotate View, you're going to go to the unrotated view that you already had, and then your view will rotate back to its original form. So now that we have all the elements that we need for the second arc, or the second segment, which is an arc, we can start creating the arc. So here we use the place an arc command. We want to use the start and middle, and the radius would be 3000, and we're going to lock it at 3000. So the starting point will be the intersection point, or the end of the first line you created, or the intersection point between the 300 feet line and the 6 feet offset of the ETW. So we're going to click on the intersection point, and then we're going to go all the way to the intersection point between the circle and the line with an angle 4 degrees, 20 minutes, and 14 seconds that you just created. So it will end over here. And now you have your second segment, as you can see over here. Okay, so now that we created the second segment, or this arc, we're going to create the line at the bottom. So the line at the bottom will end around at a point, it will be like 300 feet, and then it will be a continuous line for the ETW over here, and then it will extend all the way to this point approximately, and they gave us the coordinates for this point. So we can start with this point and then go all the way and create a line that is perpendicular to this line, and it will be an extension of the ETW in here. So that's what I will be doing. So I'm gonna click place a line. I'm gonna enter my coordinates, or easting or northing, and northing that they gave us for the endpoint over here approximately. So those would be the following. I'm gonna type them in. And as you can see, my line did end approximately around this right line and the contours. And then you're gonna extend the line and make it perpendicular to this over here, to the SL line for Laguna Canyon Road. So if you extend this ETW line that you just created, it will connect to the ETW for the Eastbound off-ramp, okay? So now that we have this segment here, we're gonna go ahead and create the first arc in here. We're gonna create another arc in here, and then we're gonna create a tangent line between them. And then we clean the center line, or the ETW line. We create a complex chain, and then we continue on like eastbound off-ramp. So the first arc, we're going to place an arc. The first arc start in the middle, and it will have a 1000 radius. And something you should note in here is that when you snap to this point, you're going to snap to this point, but what you want to use to snap to this point is the tangent point snap. You should use that so it locks your tangent. As you can see here, the tangent is not moving, it is locked in here. So you're going to go all the way. It doesn't matter as long as you have it long enough to kind of like create the line, tangent line between them, you're good. Now we're going to place another arc with a radius of 300. You're also going to use the tangent point because you want to lock the tangent you're creating. So we're going to choose tangent point and then choose this point, the end point of the third segment, and then you're going to create your second tangent or your second arc. Once you're done, you're going to create a line, and then you're going to choose a tangent here, and you're just going to connect both arcs through their tangent. And then once you're done, you're just going to clean it up. One thing you can do is just extend these, just click on them and just move them. They are locked in their place, so whatever direction you move them, they will have the fixed center point, so they're not going to be moving like anywhere. So once you're done, you create a complex chain, and this will be your Eastbound unrun. Once you're done creating your complex chain, you're going to create your stationing, and then you're going to do the copy parallel, and that will be it. It's from here on, it will be very similar to what you did in the Eastbound on. So.